4B, accessory building, owner Richard and Irene Schweikler, revocable trust dated February 15th, 2013. Richard and Irene Schweikler are the applicants. The recommendation from the Plan Commission was to approve.
I so move.
Second?
Second.
On discussion?
I'm sure there's a deed restriction put on this accessory building like we normally do.
I'd also like to make sure that we, for the record, correct the report provided by our planner in the paragraph where he says the proposed building will replace the existing garage and is proposed to be located in the same general area. Roger, if I understood correct, that is a misstatement, that they are not tearing down the building?
That is correct.
And then the record should reflect that so that somebody later doesn't say they were supposed to tear the building down.
Anybody else? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. 4C, accessory building, trustees of the Unold Family Trust. The applicants are Thomas and Bernadette Unold. Recommendation from the Plan Commission was to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion?
Once again, the deed restriction.
Anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. 4D, certified survey map for Robert and Crystal Dingeldine. Applicant is Jeffrey Libke. Recommendation from the Plan Commission was to approve with the condition that we get a new legal and certified survey map with the proper dates.
And we'll take action on this on our next meeting, July 25th.
Correct. So we should table it to the next.
I'll second it.
Motion to table? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Letter E, plan of operation for Walgreens. Submitted by MRED. And the recommendation from the Plan Commission was to approve a 24-hour plan of operation.
I'll move to accept the recommendation of the Planning Commission.
Is there a second?
I'll second for discussion. During the break, I talked to Mark. The discussions that I had this past 4th of July with my resident neighbors expressed quite a concern over a 24-hour operation. The concern was that this is not going to be a drugstore, but simply a corner convenience store, which would attract the trouble that happens at midnight and 2 in the morning with bars letting out and people getting munchies and running. In talking with Mark Lake, and Mark, I think I'd like you to chime in, I could support a 24-hour as a drive-through pharmacy only, so that the issue presented by my neighbors of the convenience store aspect, somebody who needs Twinkies and a Gatorade is not that important to them.
Not knowing what Walgreens would specifically say, their request was for a 24-hour store, but they do quite often for the same reasons. Know full well that their bread and butter is their pharmacy, and if they keep their pharmacy open 24 hours, with just the pharmacist only dispensing pharmaceuticals and nothing else. That's what a drive-through at Walgreens is. It's just strictly what you can get over the counter or from the pharmacy. That would be acceptable.
So Brian, if you would accept a change to your motion to describe that item number 10, 24-hour operation, unless manually adjusted applies to drive-through pharmacy only, I could support this.
Okay, then you need to define the regular hours. I think
At the regular hours, I'm cool with this, the regular main store of the 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. with the pharmacy to be allowed to remain open 24 hours a day for drive-through.
Question, if the manager decides it needs to be 7 to 11, how would they refile
I think they'd have to
an
come
operational
back.
plan, or it's just, you just don't want a 24-hour store?
I think they'd have to come back and ask.
They would, the proper procedure would be for the newly hired manager to just come back and ask for an amended business plan.
I think for the most part, I mean, since this is pre-construction and we don't have, you know, Knox box and all the cheap stuff and everything else added to that, we'll be filing amendments to this as it is, right before they open. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll accept that.
I'll second that acceptance.
Any further discussion?
Question, as far as selling liquor or spirits, I'm assuming we're just going to follow our ordinances as far as the time frame, 9 p.m. or whatever it may be.
State.
State governs that?
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On to F, plan of operation for Aldi's. The recommendation from the plan commission was to accept.
We'll make a motion to accept the plan commission's recommendation and approve the Aldi's.
Second? Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. G, extension of the developer's agreement for the final lift of asphalt at Cider Hills subdivision.
Make a motion to accept the recommendation and extend to August 1st.
Second.
Subject to verification.
Subject to verification of the letter of credit. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Larry.